We want to thank our outstanding sponsor, Touring and Cruises Travel. It's the same team as Touring Plans Travel, but with a new name. Their travel advisors will take care of your Disney or other travel destination needs. Make sure you tell them Rope Drop Radio sent you. Now, on to the show.
Helping you navigate the Disney parks.
With the hope that it will be a source of joy and inspiration to all the world.
You're listening to Rope Drop Radio.
Welcome to another Rope Drop Radio. Derek and Doug talking all things Disney. And Doug, these are my favorite episodes because you ask questions and we answer them, and it's from our Patreon. So the people who love us the most are getting their questions answered today.
Yes, it's a Patreon-only listener question episode. Recording this early because Derek is on a cruise right now.
I am on a cruise. I'm out of the country. So I think when this comes out, I'll be on Lighthouse Point. So you'll be checking out that episode when on Rope Drop on Deck next week, I'm guessing.
Yeah. And we'll be doing all your Disney World stuff on
Correct.
Here. So we'll have land
Disney
and
World
sea.
for a couple days.
Yeah, it will be great. Two different podcasts to break it all down, Derek. So, all right. Because we're recording this early, we have no Patreon to mention and no Apple reviews to read. So we're going to dive into it.
We are. That's the way we like to do things. So if you haven't, follow us at Rope Drop Radio and all the things so you can see all the pictures and stuff that was posted for the trip. But yeah, Patreons, thank you so much for supporting the show and asking. Some of these questions are all over the place, so not just Disney stuff, but we'll start with the first one. CT Switch asks, what pre-COVID policy or benefit would you like to see return the most?
To Disney World, I'm assuming.
That's whatever.
He's a cruise guy, so I wasn't sure. But to Disney World, I think paper fast passes. I mean, who's going to say no to that, right? Or
not
park hours
paper.
that actually went longer. Like, do you remember the Magic Kingdom would be open till like 1 a.m.?
Yeah.
Bananas.
I missed the Magic, though. Only one park having extra Magic hours, so I knew which one to avoid that morning.
There you go. All right.
Okay. Jason K asks, when I travel to Disney nowadays, the most fun part for me is watching my kids do the things, especially new things. For you, whether the attractions, rides, or shows, what is the most that you look forward to for your own enjoyment?
For my own enjoyment? So he talks about watching his children, but then asks us what we like to do.
Yes.
I like to look forward to the food. Enjoy the eating out and different food and having different restaurants and experimenting there.
Yep. I mean, I do love watching my children do all sorts of new things, but I mean, Doug and I have both been to the parks between the two of us, I think well over 100 plus times. So what I really enjoy the most now is meeting you, our listeners. Nothing brings me more joy when I'm at the park and someone recognizes that at Rope Drop or sees the shirt, says we love the show. Doug knows that I've gone way out of my way to meet listeners in the park. Be like, I'm at this park. And I'm like, well, it looks like I'm going to park hop and go meet a listener real quick. That is what brings me joy because we've been doing this for over 8 years and meeting you is what keeps us going. So that is the best part. And then I do love getting whatever new signature snack dish there is at Walt Disney World. I find it and I go get it and I take a picture of it for you.
Okay. All right. Next.
Leslie Radke asks, what's the one question you hate answering or get asked incessantly? So I know mine. Mine's easy. How do you afford to go to Disney so much? I get that every day.
That was going to be it. That
debt,
one gets
credit card debt,
poor decisions.
What happens. Yep.
Okay. Moving on.
Well, it's funny because my daughter asked a couple of her friends have country club memberships. And why do you not have a country club membership? I do. It's called Walt Disney World every year. That is the country club.
There you go.
So Leslie also asks, top ride attraction experience in Orlando that is not Walt Disney World.
Wow. Not Walt Disney World?
Oh, this is easy, Doug.
Oh, you go first then.
Okay. Well, the best roller coaster I've ever been on is Velocicoaster over at Islands of Adventure. It's incredible. It was life-changing, but it's not the best ride I've ever been on. The best ride experience is still Hagrid's Magical Motorbike. Wow. I cannot just believe what all went into that attraction, and it is perfect, and I cannot wait to do it again.
I mean, That's great and all, but it's not something I can do. So,
Yeah.
I mean, make it for the masses, Universal. Make it for the masses. I'm going to say butterbeer.
Oh, there you go. Hey, that's a good one.
It's a spectacle of its own.
It is.
All right.
One day you and I need to do Universal together. Putting that on
Oh,
the
God,
list.
no. No.
It's going to be great. Yes, I'll
All right.
record you on all the things. Trisha asks, not sure if these shows will come out before Halloween, but what is your favorite Halloween candy, scary movie, and do you have any irrational fears? I love this question.
I'm a Twix fan.
Okay.
I have all the irrational fears.
Mm-hmm.
I can't watch scary movies because I can't sleep that night.
Oh, wow.
There you go. I
You're that
don't do
guy.
scary movies. Yeah, I just
Okay.
can't.
No.
I like sleep.
All right. Well, mine is Crunch Bars, and my kids will give me a Crunch Bar tax when they go trick or treating. My favorite Halloween movie, I like slasher films. So the original Halloween is one of my all time favorites, but I also like Scream, and we're going to have a Scream night right before Halloween. So probably when this episode comes out. With I know my daughter and some friends. So, and then irrational fears. I have a really weird one. I have a fear of mice, but also more rats. I cannot do a rat. Like looking at a rat or rat being by me, like I can't even see the stupid fake ones at the store. Just weird, irrational fear of
That
them.
is weird.
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah.
I see
Don't like them.
mice and snakes and spiders
I
every
can
time I
handle a
go.
mouse. I'm not going to jump on a chair if I see a mouse, but I'm just like, God, it's a mouse. So,
Okay.
all right. Just so you know, there you go. Doug's going to mess with me next time I'm there.
I am.
David asks, what artists of this generation could make a Disney soundtrack for a movie, like Elton John for Lion King or Phil Collins for Tarzan?
Katy Perry,
Yeah.
I think, would be a good one. I think Maroon 5 would be an interesting one. We
Okay.
had, who did Big Hero 6? Was that Fallout Boy? They just did a
Yes,
song, though. They didn't do,
they
like,
did.
Phil Collins did the soundtrack.
Mm-hmm.
Elton John, actually, he didn't do the soundtrack, though. He just did a song, though. So that would be similar. Like, if we're using the Lion King version, he didn't do the
Mm-hmm.
soundtrack, where Phil Collins did the whole soundtrack. So it's a tricky question because you got to pick an artist that can actually, make music if they're going to do
Yeah,
the soundtrack. And I think Katy Perry would be interesting.
that'd be a good one. I like that.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Ed Sheeran because he makes all of his music. I really like his music and his tone. I think that could be a really unique Disney movie where you're bringing him in. And then one I thought just off the top was Sabrina Carpenter, who is huge right now because she's a
Mhm.
former Disney kid. And I'd love to see the full circle that she's actually doing something
I
for
don't know.
one of the
I'd rather have
soundtracks.
Olivia Rodrigo if we're going former
Okay, we're
Disney.
going to go that. All right.
Yeah,
Just
if we're
throwing it
playing
out
that
there.
game. Yeah,
Just
interesting.
full circle. Bring one of
Yeah.
those child stars back to do the soundtrack one.
Okay.
I love Jen Nelson's question. Out of all the countries in the World Showcase, which one would you most likely visit in real life?
Well, I'm not counting the ones I've been to.
Yeah.
Like the most likely next one that Doug visits. Like, I
No, which
mean,
one do you want to visit?
want to visit. Oh,
Yeah.
Japan. Japan, if I
Oh, okay.
want to visit. I think Norway is more likely to be next out of the ones that I
Okay.
have not already visited. Yeah, there we go.
Yep. I visited Japan. Was only in the airport. But yeah, been to China, been to
Don't think that
France.
counts.
I know. I would love to go back. But no, me, it's easy. Germany, and especially the time that we're in. I want to go to Oktoberfest so bad. Sometime in my life, I have German heritage. Oktoberfest has been a bucket list. I want to get it done.
All right.
Guten Tag. So next one, I love this one because it's got a lot of comments already. Sarah asks, which park has the best baby care center? We've only been in the one at Magic Kingdom, and it was great. And then Leslie actually follows up and says it's Magic Kingdom, Epcot, Animal Kingdom, Hollywood Studios in that order.
Okay.
But what do you think? Have you been to one for a while, Doug?
Oh, not for a minute. I mean, I don't think my kids qualify anymore.
No, they don't.
No. So, I would say Epcot was pretty nice. I like the location of Epcot in the Odyssey building because it's kind of between the two different halves. So it's a nice location where it doesn't feel all the way in the front or all the way in the back, and it's big. So Magic Kingdom took awesome care of us one time. That Alden got a whole new outfit that he then wore for like 5 years. Every time he was
Mhm.
sick, he'd go and put on his sweatpants that he got that night when he threw up all over everything. And I mean, everything. So that was a fun time. That's how we ended fireworks at a Christmas party,
I
with
remember
him
that story.
vomiting just in the middle, like
Gross.
finale's going on. He's just
Okay.
stroller was forever unclean.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
I do like Magic Kingdom. It's big. It's great. Have been in there
Yeah.
many times. But my favorite is Animal Kingdoms. Why? Because it's next to the Starbucks,
Hmm.
literally
Hmm.
in the same building. So one spouse can go get Starbucks, maybe bring the older kid. They can get cake pop or something while the baby goes to the baby care center. And I think that is the most genius baby care center in all the parks. I don't know why they didn't do that more. And I will say that Animal Kingdom is the best one for that reason.
All right. So nothing about Hollywood Studios from either of
That
us.
was the smallest one. Hollywood Studios
I
kind of
don't.
sucked.
I don't know
Right
that
at
we
the
ever
front of
stepped
the
foot.
park.
Right.
Oh no, I've been in there plenty of
Yeah.
times.
I hate it when it's in the front of the park.
I agree.
That's yeah.
Magic Kingdom, it's kind of annoying to get back there.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So all right.
all right. Sarah asks, who is your favorite Dancing with the Stars contestant and why is it Alona Mayer? I don't know who that is anyway, so it's not my favorite. Who's your favorite of all
I don't
time?
know what name you're even saying. The
I don't
way
even
you
know what that
pronounce
is.
that.
Yeah, Alano Meyer, Lona
I'm
Meyer.
gonna
Who
go.
knows?
I don't know. Claire watches it like it's a sport.
Oh,
You know how I watch football or basketball. She watches Dancing with the Stars. So I'm just gonna say Anna Delvey to annoy my
oh my
teenage
gosh, that
daughter.
is terrible, terrible, terrible.
Hey,
Wow.
you got a bedazzled ankle bracelet.
Yes, I know that was why is she on? I used to watch it a lot with my wife back in the day, especially because I worked at ABC. My favorite though of all of them was Buzz Aldrin because the dude is like 80 plus, can barely move. You're like, oh, he's gonna get voted off right away because he can't dance and he doesn't. And that was my favorite one of all.
Okay,
Yep,
at
good
least
old
name
Buzz.
somebody on the current season.
Oh, well, there's been 20 seasons. I went all the way back.
Okay.
Leslie asks, if you could make a rule in Disney parks that every guest had to follow, what rule would it be? And what would the punishment be?
I mean, this could go so many ways.
Oh, I know, but I have mine. I'm ready. I have a
Okay,
rule.
you go then. You go.
No kids on shoulders. Just simple. You can't put your kid on your fireworks or any kind of nighttime entertainment show. No kids on shoulders. And your punishment should be the kid is given a Red Bull.
As you leave, because
No,
you're kicked
okay,
out
sure.
with a
Yeah.
Red Bull.
Yep.
I don't want them having a Red Bull and then being near me.
There you go. So yes, they're kicked out of the park and they're given a Red Bull.
I should have
But
went
nothing
first.
annoys
That's
me
where I was.
more when I'm getting ready to watch the castle and the guy in front of me who's already 7'4"
It's
puts
always the
his
tall people.
3'4" kid, and now this kid is got a balloon up there as well and just
And
blocking like
ears
50.
on
Yep,
to help,
good time every time.
Yeah.
No, it drives me even more nuts at Fantasmic when that happens.
So in a theater show, I think mine would be you have to take your ears or ridiculously large hats off. Because it messes up so theaters are designed with viewpoints and view angles, right?
Yep,
So I think you got to remove the ears to be polite to the people behind you in a theater.
I agree.
My wife will do that, and yeah. So, but yeah, that and the punishment, of course, is just banishment forever. I don't know why
Okay,
it would be any other punishment
that's
other
that's
than
deep.
banishment forever.
Okay,
Okay, we should move on.
sounds good. All right. Next one is from Joseph. What is your take on the rise of influencers and childless Disney adults in the parks?
Is he targeting us?
Yeah, I guess
Are
so. When we
we?
go
Are we?
without kids,
We went without kids.
influencer. Yeah, I
Um,
mean, I love it.
I
I'm
don't.
all for it. Yeah, more.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you don't like slow me down getting to where I want to go, I don't really care. Um, don't hold up the line trying to take some certain picture for 5 minutes. If like so when you're in the say the lightning lane line for Flight of Passage, you stop, get your picture of the waterfall. That's fine, but don't have a 5-minute photo session with it.
Yes,
I,
those
I, I
drive
think
me
that's
insane.
like
Remember the
the
one we saw at
difference.
Moana? Oh, wow. I was like, these are
Yeah.
just influencers. Oh, that's all they're there for, is
Yep.
taking nice pictures.
As long as they're not impeding on the average guest,
Yep.
more power to them.
Okay. Yeah. And they're spending money, usually good money at the parks too. So I
Yeah.
have no problem with it, especially if they're promoting Rope Drop Radio.
Darn right.
There you go. So JL asks, if you were to get a Disney tattoo, what and where would it be?
I haven't really ever thought about getting a tattoo, so I don't know. Probably just a mouse head somewhere, just the outline, real
Okay.
simple, where no one would ever see it, which is
So
really
right on your,
boring.
yeah, right in the middle of your back.
Right
Big old Mickey on your back.
back of my shoulder or something. That would
Yeah.
why?
On
Why
your
would I?
biceps,
What's the
Doug.
purpose then?
A Disney sleeve. That's what you need.
A whole sleeve, like one side's villains, the other side's
Love
heroes.
it. Love it. Love it.
Battle.
Love it.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Okay.
Someone would chip in and pay for that. I give you $20 off though. You
That's
know,
like
they're expensive.
that's like $1,000 worth of tattoos, isn't it? Like
Probably. I
two
don't
full
have
color
any neither
sleeves.
Doug
No
or I
idea.
have tattoos.
Yeah. So what are you getting, Derek?
So I've debated getting a tattoo so many times, and what happens is like I'll get a henna or draw one on, and after like a few weeks, I'm like, nope, not going to do it, and then I never get a tattoo. I almost got the Rebel, Star Wars Rebel logo on a couple
Mm-hmm.
different places in my body. Never did it. I'm not going to lie. I got the fake Halcyon Star Cruiser tattoo on my arm. I was like, ooh, I kind of like that. Never got it. I know my wife and I actually were going to get matching Mickey and Minnie marriage tattoos for our
See,
10th
that's
wedding
why I thought
anniversary.
Mickey head. Yeah.
Yeah, and our 10th anniversary was 5 years ago. So still haven't done that yet, and
Okay.
she reminds me. So I said maybe for our like 40th wedding anniversary I'll get the Mickey and Minnie matching tattoos.
Maybe I get a little DCL logo somewhere.
I love it. Rope drop
Then they
logos.
own me. A
Ooh.
rope drop logo.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
I'm
like
gonna
it.
make it to like 1,000 shows.
Maybe.
Maybe.
All right. Wendy asks, what are your favorite and least favorite rides, attractions in each park?
Favorite ride or
And
attraction?
Doug, your least favorite has to be
Ugh,
one you can do, she says.
caveats. What is it with
Yeah.
the caveats?
So Animal
So
Kingdom, what is your least favorite and favorite ride in Animal Kingdom?
least favorite is Navi River Journey. Actually,
Okay.
no, Cali River Rapids. Sorry.
Yep.
No, the train. The train. That's the train. Okay. Favorite is
All
Flight of
right. I'm
Passage.
staying. Okay. I'll stay with Cali and go with Flight of Passage as well. So,
Okay.
Animal or Hollywood Studios.
Space. No, not the Alien Swirling Saucer. I can ride it. I don't love it when I ride it
Okay.
physically. But I can. But I use motion sickness as a reason to never ride it. My favorite is Rise of the Resistance.
I'm going to go with Alien Swirling Saucer as well as my least, but I'm going Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run is my favorite because it's a lot of fun when you have everyone on there yelling at each other.
Yes.
All right. Epcot, least favorite and favorite.
Least favorite is, I don't want to say Figment because I love Figment.
Oh, because I'm taking Figment? Yes, I am.
I'm probably going to say Nemo and Friends.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, no. I'm going to pivot that to the movie and the land. I can't even remember what the name of it is, but it's just a guilt trip about, fossil fuels and carbon footprint while you're vacationing at Disney World. So that's least favorite.
Okay, I'm still going with Figment.
All right. Favorite is Spaceship Earth.
Interesting. People might think I'm going to go with
Guardians?
Rewind, but I'm not. I'm actually going to go with Three Caballeros because I think that I do that right every time and it brings me so much joy.
Okay. Random
I know
there.
it is. It is. So Magic Kingdom.
The Tom Sawyer Island boats.
It's a good one. I
It's
forgot
horrible.
about that.
Absolutely, that's because you should.
Okay.
Yeah. Favorite in the Magic Kingdom. That's a hard one. I'm gonna go with Tiana's Bayou Adventure because I can ride it.
There you go. I originally had the magic carpets because I think you only need one spinner
It's
and
true.
you
One
have
spinner.
three. So you can move magic carpets to Epcot and give them a
Hmm.
spinner. And then my favorite changes all the time. It's been space. It's been pirates. It's really hard to pick one. It's not Tron, though I do like Tron. I'm going to go with just for today, pirates. Why not?
There you go. Good
Yep.
choice,
Keep it
Derek.
simple.
I was going to call
Okay.
you out if you didn't pick it.
I know, I know. Well, I'm about to go. I just got Pirate Night ready like minutes before
Ooh.
this show for our cruise.
Ooh. Ooh.
So definitely got my pirate gear going. Leslie Ann asks, would an Alaskan cruise be okay for a 5-year-old and a 9-year-old? We are wanting to go summer 2026. I know not a rope drop question, but I have been meaning to ask. Well, guess what? I'm trying to go summer of 2026 as well to Alaska.
Yeah, it's perfectly fine. Will the 5-year-old appreciate the grandeur of a glacier? No. But will you? Yeah. And go before they're gone. My gosh, the Mendenhall Glacier has changed so much in the last decade. Like, by the time you're 5 year, like 9-year-old's great. That's a great age. But by the time your 5-year-old's 9, then you're dealing with a teen. I don't know if some people don't like that. So just go twice. That's what we did. That's
Okay.
the real
Well,
advice.
our once in a lifetime Alaska cruise is supposed to be June of 2026. So that is what I'm planning, and I will help you answer it then. Next question from Jocelyn. If you are to eliminate a ride from each park forever, what ride would they be? So if you get rid of one out of Animal Kingdom, Doug, what are you getting rid of?
Do we get to replace it with something, or
Nope.
just
Just
it's
get
just
rid of
gone?
it. Just
The
get gone.
train. The train's gone.
Oh, out of
Done.
Animal Kingdom?
Yeah, the train.
Okay.
Poof.
All right. I was going to say
Wildlife safari.
dinosaur and cheat on this one.
That's cheating. No,
Nope.
because
I
no
cheated. Yep. Too
cheating.
late. I cheated. It's
Eric,
fine.
don't cheat.
Too late. Said it. All right. Moving on.
Ugh.
Hollywood Studios.
Um, we get rid of one thing.
Yep.
The Mickey shorts.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say as well.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Moving on
Vacation.
to Epcot.
That's a hard one. There's so many options, but probably the China the impressions to France. The movie's so old it's
That movie's
painful,
so old.
and
Yeah.
like it's so dated.
Mm-hmm.
It's the China movie's just as dated, but to our simple American minds, it doesn't seem as dated because we're not as exposed to the Chinese culture and things like that. So that it doesn't come across as dated as the France one. The France one is horrible. It's time
Yeah,
to go.
I'm getting rid of Pixar short films because
Good
bring back
choice.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. That's all.
There we go.
Simple. Magic Kingdom. What are you getting rid of?
And Liberty Bell. Is that cheating though?
Interesting. That's cheating. But I allow it. You did
You
it.
did
It's
allow the
perfectly
cheating.
fine. I allowed it. That's a good one. Can I now say Tom Sawyer's Island and I
Yeah,
can
I
cheat too?
figured you
There we
could have
go.
that. Yeah.
All right. And then the final question from Leslie. You have to take one kid on a transatlantic cruise by yourself. Who do you take? Doug and I both have 3 kids. Doug, which one are you going to take on a cruise without Michelle?
Okay, so just me and the child.
Just you and a kid.
Right?
Yep.
So I got 2 different thoughts here. One is Sam is old enough to do the adult only things with me. So like the adult trivia and the adult, like they're not necessarily adult things. They're just limited to adults. So you don't have to worry about children annoying you. Right. It's not like I want to do adult things with my teenage, child. It's trivia and things like that. So that would be a good reason to take Sam. However, we'd spend the whole time together probably. And I'm a together alone sort of person. So if it was Alden, he would make friends and he'd go do his thing and let me do my thing, but we'd still have like dinner and lunch and an excursion or two. So
and Claire just out. Got it. Nope.
Claire,
I know a kid you don't. You got one you don't like. I got it.
Claire is a lot like Sam, but not old enough to do the adult stuff. So Claire and Sam do stuff together, but they're mostly just with Michelle and I. If you know what I mean.
No, you picked a favorite kid. I heard it. So, and they
Yeah,
listen, so they know now too.
I don't know. So it'd probably be Sam because I
The
could go to
oldest, the one in
Palo.
college.
Yeah. So that probably would be it, just simply for that reason. Because on a transatlantic cruise, you spend a lot of time on the ship, a lot of activities. Plus, Sam would go off and read on their own, where I'd still get that time to just go watch a movie here or there,
Okay.
have an ice cream cone. I really want to do a transatlantic someday. I
That would be
don't think
fun.
Michelle has any desire.
I will do it with you. You and me,
Oh,
and we each take a kid.
a lot. Nope. Hard
Okay.
pass on that idea.
All right, never mind. Well, I'm going to I've talked about this with my wife actually
Ooh.
before the show came out because my oldest teenager, Olivia, she would get the most appreciation out of it, but I'm not taking her. The middle son, who is an introvert and would like let me have that cruise time, not taking him either. I would take my youngest, my 6-year-old ball of energy Spitfire extroverted child Callum, who gets in his report card, he never stops talking, much like his dad. And I will let him play in the kids' clubs all day. And that way my wife can do whatever she wants to do here without him like destroying our house constantly. But we love him. He's amazing, but he is just nonstop extroverted energy.
Yeah, that
I
makes
like to
sense,
put that in the
actually.
cruise and let him do his thing.
Like, would you take him to dinner?
Yeah, that's about it. I would pick him up out of the area for the kids club for dinner, maybe a show depending on the show, and then back into the kids club. And he would be happy as a clam. And I don't know if clams are happy, but that's a saying.
It is a saying, and I don't think anybody's ever asked the clams how they feel about it.
No. No. So there you go. That is all the questions that we got. Thank you, Patreon, so much because I will be out of the country. So stay tuned next week when I have my trip report, both on Rope Drop and Rope Drop on Deck. And thank you to Touring and Cruises for booking my travel. My cruise was booked like 18 months ago by those amazing travel agents. They can book your cruises, your vacations, all inclusive, all the things. So definitely hit them up in the show notes. And of course, if you want to continue to support the show or ask a question like our Patreons did, we have a Patreon link in our show notes, and you can answer or you can help support the show and also get some bonus content, bonus audio, and some Zooms and some other things. But that is all the time that we have. So we got to go record Patreon episode. But thank you so much. And for Doug, I'm Derek. You've been listening to Rope Drop Radio.